Hey guys, it's Justin again with another video review. Normally I don't do reviews, but this is something kind of special, something a little different, and something I thought might have maybe warranted a review. Um, Basically, Dragon Ball Z Bandai relaunched their kind of Figurize line, I guess, and they started that with their Dragon Ball Z figures, and this is called the Figurize Standard line. So my guess is they're kind of like streamlining things to be more like what you would consider, I guess, a high grade. So this is like the high grade version of the MG Figurize line, and they're pretty neat. I really like this, and I'd really like to see more of these. I picked up two of them. I picked up Frieza, which you can kind of see fall. He fell over, and Goku, because I wasn't really sure about how I'd feel about the line, but I didn't want to buy just one. I figured if I'm going to buy one, I might as well buy like a villain for him to go with. I don't really care for Gohan, but I will be buying him in the future. And I didn't really want to pick Cell up. I feel like Frieza is sort of one of the more defining moments in Dragon Ball Z. So I went ahead and picked Frieza and Goku up. So Goku, this is what he looks like straight out of the box without the stickers. There are some stickers. There's not a ton, which I'm going to show you right now. There are two stickers on each one of these things, and these are literally just stickers for the strips on his shoes. That's it. And then the only other sticker left is for his open mouth. There's a sticker for his tongue. But all the rest of this is plastic. That's completely color separated, and it looks really, really nice. You can hit that with like a light brown wash or a Gundam marker, and you would be like sold. Um, I think they look really, really, really nice straight out of the box. My biggest gripe here is that they used kind of that crappy gold plastic for the hair. I wish they would have used a yellow or like a orangey yellow, something like that. But that's just personal preference. I figure the gold probably would sell better. Um, but it looks really nice. The colors are really on point. I think it's pretty nicely articulated. There's not too much that kind of gets in the way of anything else. It's an easy build. It's a fun build. I just noticed I slipped one of these parts wrong. There we go. And they're just really cool figures. So if you wanted to kind of like get into the DBZ figure thing, but you don't really like figures, you're more of a modeler, I think this is the route to go. And this line seems like it's going to be booming soon. So hopefully they keep going and they keep the heat on, because I'm hoping for a Vegeta figure in the near future. So each figure, when you build it, comes with, so far anyway, two hands. You'll get like closed fists. You'll get open hands for blasts, and then you'll get like a special hand for whatever else. So this is the instant transmission hand. These are the closed fists, and these are Kamehameha hands, or just open, kind of expressive hands. And then each character will have two faces. So Goku has his like blast, or his charging up, or whatever face, and just a closed mouth face. Not any other options besides that right now, but that's fine. I think that this is sufficient. It gives you a good range of things that you can do. My only major gripe with the kits out of the box are, like, it's more of a problem on this one than it is on Frieza, but there's a huge gap right here, and you can see like the full peg. I wish that that was a little bit wider, or like the peg was a little bit shorter so that it kind of plugs straight into his arm. You can swap it out and it's not as bad, but it's still kind of bad. So, really the biggest gripe I have. Um, so as far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint and like a double peg thing. So you get up and down on the neck and like back and forward. You can kind of do the chicken neck thing a little bit up here. Let's see if I can get that in there so you can see it. There you go. and then there's full 360. The neck is also on its own joint. Now each figure has different construction as well. It's not like they're using like a standardized mold or whatever, and then they just kind of slap a character over that mold. Like Frieza was a pretty different build than Goku was. So I don't know how similar like humanoid characters are going to be versus aliens and stuff like that. But Goku and Frieza were very different builds. So I imagine like Gohan will be similar, but I think Cell would be different than Frieza was, but still different than this. Sorry. So next you've got a shoulder joint here, which can actually pop like a pretty good way out, which it's not the prettiest, but it's really only for like when you're doing like the charge up or the Kamehameha. So if you're taking pictures, it looks good from a couple different angles, but it's not really meant to be displayed that way where you're going to look at it from a bunch of different angles. You get a joint here in the shoulder. Why is this locking onto everything but what I want it to? You get rotation all the way around the arm. There's only one joint here at the arm, but it bends a little more than 90. It's not a ton, but I think it's a pretty good range. And then a ball jointed wrist, no joints inside. The waist is on like there's like a weird hinge inside of his shirt. And then there's a ball joint for the waist. The legs again are on the same kind of thing like the shoulders, where you can kind of pop them out and you can like maneuver them certain kinds of ways, but not really meant to be displayed that way. The knees have a single joint, but they can bend a really good ways. I think you wouldn't need anything more than that out of a leg. It's not 180, but it's a really good range, and the way the joint's assembled kind of looks like the pants are still folding, so that looks really nice. And that all folds like right inside, so you don't really, the joint isn't super visible. Like you can see it, but not the most visible thing in the world. Legs are on a strange kind of peg, but they have a locking mechanism, so you can't bend them in more than this and out more than that. Ankles are on just like a simple hinge, a peg, so you can move the toe all the way around. You could probably finagle it all the way if you wanted to. Little loosey goosey right here, but not that big of a deal. That plugs right in like that. You can move it up and down and in and out. But it looks really nice. I think it looks really good for the price. I think these retail for about 2,000 yen. It's about 20 bucks, same price point as high grades. I think you get a ton more color separation. I think you get way nicer options. My biggest gripe with Bandai right now is they don't do anything for hands with Gundam kits, but these come with really nice hands. And then the optional faces are really nice, which I'll show you right now how to swap that out. Basically, you're going to pop the front piece of Goku's hair off, pop the faceplate off, put the new faceplate on, and then put the hair back. And it's easy as pie. So then you can swap that right there like that. And now you can kind of like make it look like Goku's powering up. And it looks pretty good. Move them in a little bit so you can see it a little better. Alternatively, you can also kind of slap him together with the blast hands and do one of those. Now this is another thing that I showed. This guy likes to pop off a little bit, and I managed to actually break one of the things off, but I'll fix that later with some glue. But this is like a charge blast. So what you do is you swap Goku's hands back to what they were. Kind of angle him up. And you put him like that. And then he's sort of charging the blast. And I think that's a really neat effect piece and a really nice, like, it's three pieces that you kind of assemble and put together, but it gives a really neat effect. So that's really cool. And then the last thing you get is, I think each character comes with two like actual effect pieces as well. So you don't just get a single effect and that's the end of it. You get, I think each character has two effects, and then they also come with a stand. So it's a simple stand. It's three pieces. You get the main stand, an extension arm, which you can adjust the height on, and then it's got a little adjustable peg right here. And then this is the actual Kamehameha, which you can plug right into the top like this. And you can re-angle Goku so it looks like he's firing the Kamehameha. Might be a little harder than making him look like he's charging it, but there you go. He's sort of firing it. You have to bear with me. If I had more time, it would look a little better, but you get the idea. Like, it looks like Goku's actually shooting off the Kamehameha now, and it's really cool. It's one of those things that Bandai kind of went above and beyond on. It's not the greatest looking effect piece in the world. It's just two pieces of clear plastic slapped together. You can see all the connection points and stuff like that, but there's not really much you can do about it. So if you paint it, you could just kind of like highlight with some white in certain areas and paint it like a frostier blue, and I think it would look a lot nicer. But it's not a big deal, considering it comes with it. I think as far as like options and things like that, you get more with one of these than you do a typical Bandai high grade. They're not standardized, they're not boring, and they look really nice straight out of the box. Like I said, I haven't even put the stickers on this, and it looks just about where it should be. Like if you weren't against like detail painting, you would have almost no work to do on this, and it would look really nice straight out of the box. So I'm going to recommend this guy for sure. I think he's an awesome kit. I think this line is really going to do well. I hope that it does well, because Dragon Ball Z is really nostalgic for me. It's not the greatest anime in the world, but I grew up on it and I love it. So I do think I'm going to be picking up some more of these in the near future. So hopefully you guys think this is as cool as I do, and you guys check them out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.